Shalom, shalom. Hey, little update. So today's lesson, all right, titled "A Wild Bug Out Appears," all right, was originally meant to be a lot longer. All right, so what you're gonna see, what you're seeing, this video is actually really only a small percentage of what it was. All right, as you see, it starts on. I was already getting to because the guy on the comment board, it's dealing with the guy. Speaking of, you know, the scoffer on the comment board, basically saying that the real Israelites are Europeans, all right, and of Caucasian descendants, all right. He was talking about how we aren't the, you know, and in Deuteronomy and the curses, you know, it talks about, it never mentions us being slave, but you know, he says, oh, it never says slave, it says bondmen and bondwomen, all right. And of course, here it starts with me going in and getting in the Blue Letter Bible that, you know, that word means slave. All right, that word bondman means slave, okay? So, unfortunately, all right, half of that video was cut off. This video was originally supposed, it was, you know, it must have been damn near going on 2 hours. But, you know, through some reason, all right, the iPad decided to cut almost all of it down. But luckily, you know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, the last parts of the video are really where I really start getting into it. A lot of it was touching on what he was saying, all right, and all that, all right. So that's what I'm gonna put up, all right. We touched on it also. I don't know if we got in. I think it also cut out part of Matthew 1:1 through 1:16, all right, which is dealing, you know, it speaks of Jacob's bloodline, you know, and his sons, you know, like Judah, which meaning Yahushua would be of the tribe of Judah. All right, and it speaks, and then we go on to speak, it goes to prove that, all right, and then we go on in Revelation 1:12, all right, talking about, you know, the looks of Yahushua, all right, his skin color, all right, and Jacob was, you know, a brown-skinned man, all right, Judah was a brown-skinned man, and then the lineage of Jacob were brown, they were brown-skinned people, okay, so they weren't Caucasian, all right, at all. So, and then from there, I think it cuts directly from there to, where do we go from there? We go on to see, okay, so it does have a slave, a servant. We talk a little bit about this. I think in the first part, it might have missed some things, but hey, the comments are there. All right. The whole time, the whole YouTube and thing was messing with us and jumping on us. So I think for the most part, so yeah, actually, good. It just cut a lot of my talking. So I think it does actually have almost every scripture. It has every scripture. We get every scripture just about. All right. So the first part was basically just, you know, explaining what he was talking about. All right. So, you know, Thawadi Yahweh Shem Shai for that. Now you can go and read the comments, all right. They should be up on that comment board, unless he takes them down, all right. For the most part, it doesn't deal with the first one. I dealt with most of the second, because he left 2 comments. I dealt with most of the second one. The first one, it should be up there though if you want to read it. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you want to read it, just so it can be archived, all right, and not deleted in case anything happens, we can actually go and go over here.
Shalom.
And here it is. Here's his first comment. All right, I'll leave it like this for a while. All right, and so you can pause. All right, and now I'm gonna scroll up now. Okay. Actually, let me go up to about here. Okay. And I'll leave that a little bit so you can scroll or pause it. All right, and then I'll leave that. Okay, I'm doing this in intervals. I'm talking through it, but you're gonna pause it anyway, so you won't hear me talking. And then, of course, the last one is in the video in general. So we'll just slowly scroll. Okay, you don't really even need this one because this is in the video. So, but hey, you know. So, hey, you know, again, Thawadi Yahweh Shem Shai for, you know, at least letting all the scriptures in the second half of that video go out still. The first part was a lot of me talking and explaining what he was saying anyway, so you'll have to read it for yourself, unfortunately, on that part. But, you know, again, Salakia, hey, you know, I recorded, as you saw me at the end of this video, at the end of the video, actually, in that video, you see me seeing what's trying to go on. Over here, I see it, and it says loading. All right, it has a loading screen. It was 1 hour and 17 minutes. Okay, 1 hour and 17 minutes, I guess is what it would say. So then I cut it off, and now the video is only left to be, how long? 32 minutes. So that's a lot of time lost. But hey, regardless, the word's still gonna go out. All right, can't do or say anything about it. All right, so with that, we're gonna close out. Well, not close out, because this was just an update. But hey, you know, again, slack you for that, brothers and sisters. But hey, the edification's still there. All right. Until next one, Lord willing, shalom.